The tweets about Louis.
Yes.
That was
Who?
Louis Katz?
Can you? I literally didn't know about it until the next day because I've taken Twitter off my phone, and
Yes,
I
me
saw
too.
one.
Have you?
Were you getting flack for that, or can you walk us through like just what happened there with your thinking? Was it?
Well, I think we all want Louis to talk about what he's going through in a way that is, inward searching, lets us know what he makes of it all, because there's so much to say about it. And that's, when someone says, I'm going to go away and try to think about this. I didn't look at it in the right way before. So when they return and they don't say a word about it, that's kind of weird, because that's what we were hoping that you would do, is say, hey, I kind of get it now. I'm trying to do right by these people. I'm trying to evolve as a person. So he's not saying that at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's just punching down at, kids who got shot at or whose friends died. And you go, what's your angle here if you're making fun of trans people? And I just thought to myself, I know we all talk about everything. You do it all the time. I've never watched you and thought like, oh God, but if you're the guy trying to say to the world, I hurt people and I get it. I get it. Your comeback material shouldn't be mocking kids whose friends were murdered. We all looked up to him. He inspired us. He pushed us to work harder. He pushed us to think deeper. He represented something to people. And so when you come back from hurting people and what you're talking about on stage just hurts other people, we're allowed to say publicly,
oh, he's still hurting
this is kind of,
how come no
we're
one
allowed to, we're allowed to, I mean, he doesn't have a right to not be criticized. It's not like he's in a bubble and we're supposed to be secretive about his act. He's on a public stage. He's getting paid. And so the opposite could be that you go, well, I'm just not going to say anything. But somewhere out there, and I know this is something that like a lot of comedians don't care about, somewhere out there, there are kids whose friends are dead. And they're trying to get over it. And this guy they probably used to really look up to saying, you're not interesting.
But
and it's helpful to them for someone to go, you know what? That I don't agree with what he's saying. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Louis should keep working on his act, but that crowd is kissing his ass so hard, and so much of that material is so weak and from such a demented point of view that why shouldn't he hear from certain people like, hey, Louis, you're kind of out of tune right now. And maybe it helps Louis for somebody other than that crowd to go. And so it's not abstract. You're talking comedy theory. There are people, this isn't like like a vague joke. He's talking about people whose names we know. We know Cameron and David and Emma. We know who they are. So give them a break. At some point, I choose being a human being over like comedy theory. We could talk about everything. We're working on shit. Maybe tomorrow the bit will get better. That's fine. But those kids are reading all about this guy they probably looked up to.
Sure, but
so
that's
someone
not
should
his
go, you know what? I got
responsibility.
your back on this. I want you guys to get better.
So what other jokes should people like this? Now you're getting into an area of, because there are, of course, it was a real tragedy. No one's denying it was horrible or that it was disgusting what happened or the gun violence. Yeah, that's all very accurate. But I know people that have put guns in their own mouths. So should I not make fun of suicide? So when you do a joke, you're only worried about the people who might be affected by the joke. Well, that narrows our corridor a lot.
But should I tweet, hey guys, I think Louis is going to adjust his angle, so don't worry about the fact that even though you almost died, he says you're uninteresting.
No. But let me ask you, when you do a movie, and I know you improv a lot in film, you like, which is great because you allow people to improv.
Sure.
Would you want all of those dailies released as the finished product? Like, for instance, I'm sure people have said things, whether it was on the set or in a film, improving, because you allow that were tasteless or that were rude or that didn't work in the scene. Would you want all that to come out and have your final product judged on these moments that may or may not have made the final cut? This is a work in progress.
I know. But you could say that forever. We all work on our acts for a decade. But he is in a public place. He is being paid.
But that's why I don't think it's about the material.
But it was illegally uploaded. It was not meant to be for public. It was meant for that audience.